Welcome back. You followed the journey this far, waited long enough. Let's begin.
Before we dive in, for those just joining us, Amira is a chess engine developed entirely through vibe coding using Gemini Pro. No scripts, no blueprints, just intuition, iteration, and imagination. After her stunning victory over Stockfish level 5, Amira didn't vanish into glory. She disappeared into silence, deep into the mountains of code and calculation, to train. This wasn't just rest, it was refinement. Amira's training wasn't random. It came in 4 focused batches, each one sharpening a different edge of her blade. First, she learned to recognize past pawns, rewarding them as they advanced. Rooks were given value on open and semi-open files, and the bishop pair received a bonus for their combined power. She also improved her quiescence search, handling checks better, and used aspiration windows to speed up evaluations. Then, she was taught to evaluate pawn shields around a castled king, adding bonuses for well-defended kings and penalties when pawns were missing. She also began tracking attacks around her king, calculating danger based on nearby enemy pieces, adjusting her score accordingly. On the 3rd batch, we increased her search depth by raising the max ply, allowing her to look farther ahead in complex positions. And finally, we touched a little bit her time management. When only one legal move exists, she now plays it instantly, saving time and avoiding unnecessary computation. These upgrades marked a leap forward, not just in calculation, but in understanding. And now, she's ready to put them to the test.
Before she ventures further into the unknown, a test awaits. Stockfish level 6, a cold-blooded tactician rated around 2363 ELO. Sharper, faster, and far less forgiving. This isn't the final boss, but if Amira can't handle this, she may never reach it. Let the warm-up begin.
Amira is looking good. She is finding good moves, and she is now up 3 pawns.
First one is in the bag. Now Amira is playing as black. Come on, Amira, you can do it. Always aggressive. That will never change. Two, 0. Well done, Amira. Keep going. You can't get more aggressive than that. But I do wonder, will this kind of play come back to bite us when the opponents get stronger? I guess we will find out soon. Interesting. An intense endgame. Okay. Let's jump to the end of the tournament to see the final results of this warm-up. Amira's training seems to be paying off. In our warm-up tournament against Stockfish level 6, she scored 8 wins and 2 losses. Impressive against a monster of that caliber.
But let's not celebrate too soon. Even in victory, I've spotted a few potential cracks in her play, weaknesses that sharper opponents could easily exploit. And so, it's time for the real test. Amira has just been accepted into the legendary CCRL tournament, where the best of the best engines clash. She'll be entering Division 13, where the average rating soars above 2,500 ELO, Grandmaster territory. Let's be honest, this won't be easy. Amira is stepping into a league far above her current strength. We are not aiming for miracles. Even a couple of draws would be a victory in spirit. So buckle up. The real climb begins now.
And here we go. Amira's first match in the CCRL Division 13 has just begun. Facing her is no one less than Barbarossa, one of the highest-rated engines in the tournament. Amira has never played at this level before, but she's here now. Let's see how she handles the pressure. Oh, look, some users are already cheering for Amira. Amazing. Let's speed up the game even more. Ooh, Amira's aggressiveness with her queen is risky. And indeed, Barbarossa is able to open a gap in the queen side. Yep, Barbarossa ended up winning the first game in fashion.
Checkmate, lass!
The game is not over yet, Captain.
That loss was a tough one, but also a valuable lesson. Let's begin by looking at the final tournament results. Amira finished with 4 points, scoring 2 wins and 4 draws. Against such high-level opposition, that's a commendable performance. Oh, by the way, congratulations to Toad 3.0 for taking first place and being promoted to the upper division. Now, let's dive into some of the games to uncover the good, the bad, and the ugly in Amira's playing style. We'll use what we learned to guide the next vibe coding round with Gemini Pro.
Let's start with the good. This game against Sea Chess is one of the best games played by Amira in the tournament. It all starts with a Scandinavian, with Amira on the white side. Bishop to e2 isn't the most popular continuation, but white still keeps a slight edge. Rook to b1 is the only real mistake of the game for Amira. We've seen this kind of behavior from Amira before, moments where she seems to lack a clear plan and start shuffling pieces aimlessly. This is one of the weaknesses we'll need to address moving forward. Here, Sea Chess gets lured by the bishop Amira placed on f4 and plays the biggest blunder of the game, g5, exposing her king to a ferocious attack. From this point on, Amira plays with accuracy and precision, never letting the advantage slip, executing clean attacks and a smooth endgame conversion. Good game, Amira.
In this game, Amira was playing as black against Amy. The tide turned decisively when Amira sacrificed a queenside pawn in order to open a path for her queen to infiltrate the kingside. The weakness on f3 played a pivotal role in this plan. From there, Amira steadily increased the pressure. With precise coordination, she brought in the rook, recovered the sacrificed pawn, and created a powerful passed pawn on the e-file, ultimately securing a well-earned win. Now that we've seen the good, let's move on to the bad. As you can see from the evaluation bars in the following games, Amira often held a clear advantage, only to squander it within a few moves and end up losing. These moments will be valuable later on, helping us identify Amira's weaknesses more precisely, so we can address them and continue improving her strength. Now let's move on to the ugly. Truth be told, while Amira lost most of her games, many were long, hard-fought battles. But to better understand her critical weaknesses, let's take a closer look at her two shortest and most one-sided losses.
In this game, Oxidation defeated Amira, who played as the black side, in just 30 moves. It began as a French exchange variation, typically leading to a symmetrical pawn structure and a calm, balanced game. But this time, White castled long, steering the position into a tactical bloodbath. Amira's key mistake was overestimating her attacking chances. Her queen was close to the enemy king, but the solid pawn structure and a well-placed defensive knight meant there were no real threats. Meanwhile, White seized the center, won key pawns, and launched a decisive attack on the Black King. At the end, Amira tried sacrificing material to generate counterplay, but her attack quickly fizzled out. This is the final game we'll cover from the tournament. Amira played black and lost in just 32 moves. While there were no major blunders, a series of small inaccuracies slowly tilted the game out of her favor. The critical moment came when Amira exchanged her knight for 2 pawns. Though this gave her 3 connected passed pawns, which may seem threatening, she underestimated the mobility of White's pieces and the power of the bishop pair. In the end, it was a clean and convincing performance from our opponent, whom we congratulate. As we've seen, the challenges keep getting tougher and the opponents stronger. Amira's journey through the CCRL Division 13 tournament has come to an end. She fought valiantly, learned a lot, and showed us glimpses of true potential, but also clear weaknesses. So we immediately got back to work. From everything we've seen, 2 key areas stood out: endgame evaluation and time management. First, we implemented draw detection for insufficient material, a small but crucial step toward improving Amira's performance in endgame scenarios. Too many times she misjudged drawn positions as winning or losing. Then we completely reworked her time management system. In longer time controls, like CCRL, she often spent time inefficiently. To see if these changes made a real difference, we set up a 100-game match between the old version, Amira 0.2, and the upgraded Amira 0.22. The result was 57-43 in favor of the new Amira, a solid step forward. And this is just the beginning. She's learning, she's adapting, and in the next tournaments, she'll be back, sharper, faster, stronger. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to follow Amira's journey as she grows from an underdog into a true contender. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.